watching Quick Hunts TV. Dedicated short films from around the globe. Today's feature film, the 75-yard Archery Caribou. And now your host, Curtis Bailey.
Welcome to Quick Hunts. We are raising the bar with this episode right here. We've got Big&J South Texas deer hunt, a hooked hunting Idaho elk hunt, and then for the feature, we've got a crazy Manitoba spot and stock. It's something to see. But first, we're going to start you off with Don Higgins in the Whitetail Academy after a giant 200-inch Illinois whitetail that he calls Smoky.
This short film is brought to you by Quiet Cat, e-bikes built for the backcountry, in partnership with Whitetail Master Academy with Don Higgins.
And finally on October 11th, we got that first northwest wind. I went to the blind with cameraman Kyle Harmon, and sure enough, Smokey shows up, but he's too far away for us to shoot. He comes out of those tall bedding grasses that he likes so well. 3 or 4 days later, on October 15th, when we finally got another northwest wind, and again, I felt pretty confident. The conditions were perfect. We sat there for a couple hours, and we're seeing a little bit of deer action, not a whole lot. I grabbed my binoculars and looked, and I could see antler tips, so I knew it was a buck at that point, but I still didn't know which buck. Then when the buck steps out of the tall grass, I knew instantly it was Smoky. And I reached for my bow as Kyle's running the camera, and the only thing I could think of was 13. I just kept repeating 13. I'd waited 13 years for this very moment, for this very shot, and it was about to happen.
I'll tell you what, I've waited 13 years for this, 13 years. 13 years ago, I shot a 214-inch buck, and I've been trying to get another 200-incher ever since.
You know, after the shot, Smokey ran straight away from us down that clover fire break, and he turned around and looked right back at me one last time, and it was like the end of a long relationship. I'd chased that buck and got to know him for several years. I'd passed him years past, and just before he tipped over, he turned around and looked right back at me, and it was kind of a bittersweet moment, actually. The challenge of chasing him was now over, and it kind of got to me a little bit.
You know, one of my favorite ways of using my Quiet Cat bike is in the summertime when I'm looking for those velvet bucks. This bike just allows me to get back off the road a half a mile, 3/4 a mile, whatever, without having to walk and carry all my camera gear. I can just drive this bike right down those soybean rows and not even hurt the soybeans. You know, the last thing you want is a farmer or landowner to be mad at you because you've damaged crop. But with the Quiet Cat bike, I can go right down them soybean rows and not damage a thing, get back where those big velvet giants hang out, and capture video footage of them.
"13 years is quite some time, Don. Congrats on a well-deserved world-class whitetail."
Sportsman's Guide, quality gear from the brands you trust. Stay tuned for the Quick Hunts TV feature film, the 75-yard Archery Caribou.
Here comes my shot.
Brought to you by Bozone Live.
Welcome back. Now we're joining the Silent Rider and then Josh Kinzer with Big&J. They're testing their new bone collector product, and Josh's daughter's also got her sights set on her very first buck.
Silent Rider, made in America. Quiet down your ATV and get closer to the game.
Silent Rider began business in 2000. It started as a mom and pop operation in North Carolina, and its owners grew it to a great business. It was then sold in 2010, and we've since taken the reins of the company, but we've done it in a way that would honor the original owners. We've tried to grow it in a respectful manner, keeping the same principles that got it started in the first place. A good quality product and great customer service. The Silent Rider is an auxiliary muffler that attaches to any ATV or UTV. It attaches to the original muffler using a mounting system that we designed. It makes it very easy to install and very easy to use. You can also remove it if necessary. The muffler works by quieting the exhaust noise that comes out of an ATV. That exhaust noise comes from two sources, both mechanical noise and the physical exhaust going through the system. What we do is we take that noise and limit it, making the experience for the rider that much better. A customer can expect a drop in the noise level of approximately 5 to 9 decibels. What this means in simple terms is it'll be a 50 to 60% reduction in the overall noise. The Silent Rider makes the riding experience that much better by reducing the noise levels inside the cab and outside the cab. It has two benefits. One is it doesn't annoy the rider, but the second, of course, is it doesn't annoy game you might be pursuing. The Silent Rider is made from high quality aluminized steel. What this means is there's a coating that helps prevent rust. That steel is very thick and very durable. What that means is there will be a long lifespan, approximately 5 to 8 years for our silencers. In some cases, we've had customers call us back after 15 or 20 years. Bottom line is you're going to get a high quality product. We manufacture the Silent Rider here in North Carolina. We've chosen over the years to continue to make it in America because that's simply the right thing to do. We wouldn't have it any other way. The quality is significantly better, and we know we're getting a great product for you, our customers here. The Silent Rider's greatest strength is its people. Without our good quality team making the product and delivering it to you, we would not be the same company. We've been doing this for 20 plus years with high quality and great customer service. We want to continue that in the future for you.
This short film brought to you by Big&J. Feed the hunt.
It was early in the morning at a stand we call Watermelon Field, and I've got my two oldest daughters with me, and Riley has kind of worked her way up this season. She killed some hogs, she got some does, and she's ready to take that next step and get her first buck. And there was just this dude, this coal buck that I really wanted him out of the herd before the season was over. Hattie was also tagging along. Not only was she tagging along, but she was filming and helping coach her sister behind the gun. Riley was a little nervous as she tried to get the crosshairs lined up, and man, it was pretty neat, watching and hearing her older sister just kind of coach her through the process, calm her down, and get her settled for the greatest shot.
Yes. Yes! Oh my gosh! You dropped him. Good job. Great job. Good job. Look, you dropped him. I can't feel my legs. Good job.
As we were walking up to the deer, it just kind of occurred to me that this is actually the first deer ever killed over this new bone collector blend.
Did you know that you were the first to use the bone collector blend?
I was?
Yeah.
It's just their new product. Really? The year store, like in the world. Yes. I don't know. I don't know about in the world.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, in the world. Ooh.
This is it. This isn't even in store yet. It's not for sale.
No.
We're field testing it right now. Do you think it worked? Seeing kids, not just my kids, any kids, enjoy the outdoors is what it's all about for me. I love watching my girls grow up for a love of the outdoors and hunting and fishing, just like I grew up with.
He did not want to leave that Big&J, but that's a hunt full of first buck over the Bone Collector blend, and Riley's first buck too. Congratulations. And Hattie, way to coach. That's a great team effort.
Field Torque Super Tools. Easier, faster, safer, cleaner.
Next we got an Idaho elk hunt with hooked hunting. Nate Smith has got an awesome herd bull bugling his head off, and you won't want to miss it. But now we've got a great food plot product. It's an oat that will not freeze out.
This short film is brought to you by Buck Forage. Serious hunters plant Buck Forage oats.
You know, I see a lot on outdoor programming, magazines, the internet nowadays about food plot varieties that someone wants you to buy, and they say they're backed by research, and that may or may not be true. But one thing I can assure you, as director of the Institute for Whitetail Deer Management Research, there's real research behind Buck Forage oats. It all started with a casual observation by John Butler that he had an oat that was cold hardy and highly preferred by deer. When he called me, I was very much against oats because oats were freezing out. And he goes, well, mine don't freeze. And I went, yeah, right, that's interesting. He agreed to send me some seed. Fortunately, we had one of the coldest years we'd had in a long time at that point, and it didn't freeze out. And after 34 years of research that we and Dr. Harrison at LSU have been involved with every year, we have brought that variety that he found all the way to the #1 variety, won every contest in the world. Because it's so good, it has become the backbone of most food plot programs in the United States. When you buy Buck Forage oats, you are truly buying the best food plot variety there is in the world. After 50 years of seeing landowners fall victim to all kinds of products out there that don't work, to be able to work with somebody like Wild Tree, to have a relationship between Dr. Deer and Wild Tree is pretty special. You know plants, you know how to do it, and you know how to help people succeed.
At Wild Tree, we propagate and grow wildlife habitat plant material. Our customers are trying to attract wildlife to their property and keep them there year-round.
We're going to show you how to do it the way we do it, that is aimed at the average person. The techniques that we use, if you follow them, will bring you great success in luring deer to your property and making your property a wildlife paradise.
We grow 36 different types of trees as well as shrubs, and they're all producing either nutrition or cover that the animals look for at different times of the year.
It's important to us that you succeed. If you succeed, we succeed. And not only that, the wildlife and the whitetail deer succeed. So get busy. Time's a wasted.
We look forward to solving your problem and being a part of your success.
This short film brought to you by Hooked Hunting, found on YouTube.
A bull came up over the top, and we're waiting for him to come down and hopefully hit this wall. We got nothing but sagebrush between him and us, so we're kind of stuck where we're at. But he stopped at a little tiny spring up here, and he's getting a drink of water. So, fingers crossed he comes down another 150 yards, and we get a shot at him. I'm hoping we got liver on him. We're gonna let him go for the night, come back in the morning, and hopefully he laid down somewhere over there. And
yeah, do you think you got full pass through?
yeah, there was blood on both sides.
So.
It looked liver,
I know I was far back because he started walking right when I was starting to pull the trigger. I smacked him back. He's going to be dead in the morning.
Yeah, I agree with that. Well, Nate found blood right away. This is where we saw him on the side hill. They were gaining elevation, headed for that saddle. So, in the amount of blood we're seeing, we're happy with.
Blood, blood, blood. Right here. He starts going up and it starts leaking out of him a lot more. Oof. Awesome, awesome.
Congratulations. I am so happy for you.
Thanks, man.
Hey, what a beautiful bull. Oh, he's a 5x6. Sure as a world. Oh, no, 1, 2, 3, 4.
We have to thank our beautiful wives for letting us do this, getting to come out and do this all the time, and being so understanding. You gotta have a support team to do this. You can't do it alone. So grateful to have her.
I ditto that. Mrs. B, you know it.
Congrats on a great bull, Nate. Pursuing elk in the Rockies is no doubt hard work, but the work really begins once you get one on the ground. But that's work that we will never turn down. Here we go, the finale. We get to tag along with Bozone Live's Ryan Kohler on an incredible Manitoba caribou archery hunt. Spotting stock in that country looks incredibly difficult due to how open it is, but somehow Ryan figures out a way to get it done.
The Quick Hunts TV feature film brought to you by Bozone Live starts now.
We're hunting bow and arrow caribou, giant big bulls in Manitoba. It's Manitoba time.
There's caribou there. Caribou there. There's caribou everywhere. Like a rock on a tree line? Look right there.
Yeah, I see. I can see an animal. We were hunting as hard as we could, going from rock to rock and trying to cut off these animals and trying to get in their way just on their normal pathway as they were walking around, feeding and mulling around the area. So it was really fun, it was really challenging, and to be able to get an archery shot on one of these big Pope young caribou isn't that easy.
We have no move. Just a pile of bulls. This is the closest we've gotten to this big of a group. So we're hoping that we can just kind of sneak our way through these trees. They get up and walk our way is kind of what we're hoping for. We just now wait for them to come our way is the big play.
Here comes my shot. That is a big caribou, and I drilled him. He's pumping blood. Okay, we gotta watch him. I gotta watch him. He's gonna go down. Oh, get down, get down. He's coming back this way. Get me another arrow.
Oh, he went down. He's down, he's down.
What?
He's down.
He's down?
He's down.
Is he down?
He's down. He just fell.
Wow. Oh, man. We actually came close on killing a few caribou already. It's our second day here, but this caribou came at 75 yards and I couldn't resist. He's such a tall caribou with all kinds of stuff. It's got 36 cannibal points. I'm so lucky to be able to take a beautiful animal like this.
What a poke. It sure takes some practice and composure to finish a shot like that on an unbelievable animal. Congratulations, Ryan. If you guys want to see more from Bozone Live, download the Wild TV Plus app. You can also find more Quick Hunts episodes on there. Be sure to check us out on our YouTube as well as other social media. But I'd like to give a special thanks to our contributing producers. Whitetail Academy, Bowzone Live, Hooked Hunting, and Big&J for providing some incredible content, as well as the Silent Rider, Quiet Cat, and Buck Forge Oats for showcasing some great products. We'll catch you next week on Quick Hunt.